very quickly in the 200 backstroke earlier in this contest, but was unable to maintain her lead. She looks strong here.
Kerry O'Hanlon's swimming very smart. You notice how she's starting to build that 50. She wasn't first at the 25, but right about there, she's even with Pole, and that's good news for Kerry O'Hanlon.
Looked like O'Hanlon accelerated into the turn. Pole slowed down for the change of direction. Big mistake, but now Pole is leading again by a quarter body length as they come to the final 20 meters.
Both swimmers are looking very good right there, but you can notice Kerry O'Hanlon in the red cap. Her kick is starting to put it in a little bit harder than Pole on top. Right there in the white cap, Sylvia Pole is starting to struggle a little bit.
Just on the right edge of your screen is Kim Heigl. She won the 200 backstroke with a strong finish. Will she have one here? Not enough. To the wall. It's the tall Costa Rican. Sylvia Pole touches first. 103.88, the unofficial time. O'Hanlon for the silver, and Kim Heigl takes the bronze.
That is a great swim for Sylvia Pole, because she was starting to struggle at about 80 meters, and then she just got something left inside of her and decided right there, that's 5 meters left, she decided to bang, boom, get into that wall, and she did just that, and she had a very nice reach, and that was the difference.
So the tall, lanky arms were able to get to the wall first.
You can see her entering that little finger first behind her, above and beyond the shoulders, forming a V-like shape above and beyond her shoulders. Nice entry behind her and a tremendous kick.
And so the Costa Rican wins a gold here at the U.S. Open Championship. She's down at the water's edge with Dara Torres.
Sylvia, you had a strong finish from start to finish.
Yes, I felt pretty good from the start, and I just wasn't quite sure with the finish, but I think I did a very good finish, and at the very end, I won the race.
Now, I've seen your sister in this competition. What's it like to train with her?
Oh, it's very nice, because there isn't really any competition between us. We swim different events, and what we do is cheer us on. We help us out, and everything is in the family.
Well, you had a great race tonight. Congratulations.
Sylvia Pole, the champion. Her sister Claudia Pole we'll be seeing a little bit later. Kerry O'Hanlon takes the second place, and Kim Heigl for the United States finishes out the top three. We'll be back with the men's 100-meter backstroke as our coverage of the U.S. Open Swimming Championships continues from Orlando, Florida. He got a silver medal in the individual event in Barcelona. Our top qualifier here in Orlando, Mikhail Savov. He is a member of the Bulgarian Olympic team, a 21-year-old who now lives in Carbondale, Illinois. And on the basis of his preliminary swim, he's about 9/10 ahead of the field. And that's a substantial margin in the 100-meter backstroke. There's the field on the screen. As usual, the top qualifier in lane 4. Rowdy, they start in the water in the backstroke.
Well, Savov was the only guy in the prelims that went under 29 in his first 50. That's fast. That's pretty fast going out the first 50. So if anybody's going to have a chance, they've got to get out after him. He tends to fade a little bit at the end. So if somebody like Ford or Carlson's going to have a chance, they've got to get out with him.
The underwater dolphin kick that was used so successfully in Seoul, Korea has been made somewhat illegal in recent times. They must surface by 15 meters. But it looked like lane 5. Blaine Carlson pushed it to the limit there. It appears to be our leader in lane number 3, Chris Ford, who swims for Nebraska. He's from Sydney, Australia.
Very smooth right there. You can see how still his head was. They're coming into the wall right now. Watch them turn over on their stomachs. They'll do a flip turn. Boom, right there. Freestyle flip turn. That's a new rule also.
And a half body length lead in lane number 3 for the 20-year-old Ford as he's holding on to a strong advantage.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do. Take it out the first 25. He had a great start, like you mentioned, John, and also a tremendous turn. That's helping him right now.
He's powering his way through the water, not giving up an inch. Savov is trying to run him down to the finish. 5 meters remain as they come to the wall. It's going to be Chris Ford for the gold. Mikhail Savov takes the silver. And Blaine Carlson in the bronze position, and a very happy Chris Ford. A fist in the air. He expected to win, unlike our predictions.
A lot of people did not think he had a chance, and I tell you what, he swam an intelligent race, but the key for him was, once again, the start and the finish. You can see him right there. Boom, had a nice, long, strong touch. But I tell you, his first 50 meters was so fast and so quick and has such a great turn, John. You can see his stroke right there. Very smooth, in control, had a tremendous kick. That kick back there gives him that balance and leverage he needs to keep him up high in the water. So that his head's very still. It's almost like he put a cup of water on his head and he wouldn't spill it. That's how still his head was. You can see the turn coming in, both in 4 and 5. As he comes over, boom, he takes that flip turn over to his stomach, pushes off the wall, and once again, tremendous dolphin kick to get up to the surface and start swimming.
Well, it might have been a surprise victory from our point of view, but a very proud and expectant Chris Ford is at the edge of the pool with de Ritoris.
Chris, it looks like speed played to your advantage tonight.
Well, my best time coming into this meet was only 58.8, and last night I took a couple of seconds off my best 200 time. So I knew I'd be able to bring it home well, but all I needed was that upfront speed, and it's something that I've been working on in training recently. And thankfully, I think I was able to get out there, and I've always been able to come home strong so I could hang on there at the end.
Well, it looks like the work paid off. Congratulations.
A big drop in time for the new champion. 57.42 is a full second ahead of the fastest time in the heats. Almost a second and a half personal best time. Official results in the men's 100-meter backstroke. Chris Ford from Australia wins gold. Savov from Bulgaria the silver. American Carlson takes the bronze. And that race concludes our coverage of the 1992 U.S. Open, where we saw many new faces as well as international Olympian veterans in the sport. We met young Kim Heigl, who won 2 medals in the backstroke, a force for the future.
She is, John. I know the U.S. will be looking for her in the coming years.
Cool competitor, not bad for a youngster. Another youngster was the 14-year-old Erica Freiberg, who might prove to be the IMer to replace Summer Sanders and Janet Evans.
So young, yet very, very poised. And at 14, she's in great position for Atlanta in 1996.
We also had the privilege of meeting Yann de Fabrique, a strong freestyler who represented France but might choose to swim on the U.S. national teams in the future.
I know the United States wants this guy swimming for them. A tremendous talent, and he's only 19 years old.
And, of course, the family Pole. Claudia Pole, the younger sister of Sylvia, the Olympic medalist from Costa Rica, proved she might be able to live outside of her sister's shadow.
Like you said, a rich tradition of swimming continues. She's one to watch in the coming years.
Great action in Orlando. For my partners, Rowdy Gaines and de Ritoris, I'm John Neighbor saying so long from Florida as we return you now to our Atlanta studios.
From the pool